You are listening to a Gravestone production podcast.
Previously on the Epikast. The party is in dire straits as they face down a raging Yosinian.
Say Mukul entered his Titanic Rage, which is his mythic action, which caused him to let out a loud roar as ice formed up the sides of his arms and his hair and everything. And his eyes began to glow red.
Anthea's fire knives save Vesuvius and Kaisea.
As he's with his red, angry eyes, he's eyeing down Vesuvius, Kaisea, and Erimnos in the back, and then two small explosions of fire happen on his shoulder, and his eyes seem like darken and running. And he turns. And steps 5 feet towards Anthea.
Oh boy.
Back away, oh beastie.
Allowing the expert archer Erimnos to make the shot.
Now, Justice.
34 points of damage. This is with the Foe Slayer, my favorite
with
arrow.
the Foe Slayer arrow. He had 15.
Which isn't a special... Hey. It's not even a special arrow. It's just my favorite arrow.
Describe your kill.
Oh my gosh! Yes!
Having slain Mukul, the heroes descend the mountain.
The walls of Dragon Teeth Crossing slowly fall away as you descend out of the pass, revealing the woods below. The Epinian woods spread out like a carpet to the north and west. To the south, the woods skirt the mountains, edging southwest into rolling vales. Ahead in the middle of the path waits a young man. He is dressed, he rests his hands on his hips and is dressed in an emerald tunic. His eyes sparkle beneath curly boyish hair, and he smiles and bows in an exaggerated fashion.
The epic continues. Now.
Welcome back to the Epikast, everyone.
Oh my god.
My name is Scott Graves. As always, I am your game master. With me is, who wants to go first?
Oh, me, pick me.
You always go first.
Nick.
Yeah.
Oh, Billy, fuck you.
My name is me. I'm sorry that Vesuvius was so cranky last time. He'll get better. I know it's not fun to listen to. He's a sad boy. Anyway,
I mean,
we are moving on.
It's almost like character set development. You're doing fine, mate.
Yeah, you guys know who I am. I don't need to say it. This is like episode, 15?
14.
14?
Man, Nick is as cranky as Vesuvius today.
I'm not!
Vesuva boo-hoo.
Oh, wait, I have a
just
meme for
saying,
this.
If you don't know who I am at this point, you maybe should probably not start an episode 14. All right. I'm gonna popcorn it. I'm gonna popcorn it to Jessica.
Hey, folks. My name's Jessica, as Nick just so kindly stated. And as you may have guessed, I play Kaisea, our Gorgon life cleric. And by this point in the series, you should know that Gorgon is a snake lady. So I have all these cute little snakes for hair. They're very cute, and they're individually named.
Medusa.
If anyone's curious. That is
List
all.
off all their names for me right now.
Can you give us? How about you give us one at the start of every episode?
Okay, so this episode specifically is dedicated to the snake directly behind Kaisea's left ear. His name is Gerald. Gerald is very sweet and slightly shy.
Witcher.
She said Gerald, not Geralt.
It's the same fucking...
No.
No, it's
Gerald is
name.
Geralt's nerdy cousin. The only
I
difference is
Gerald.
I am a huge
I'm about,
Witcher
to get
stan.
I'm about to get slandered.
You
about
can
not being
get
a
out.
Witcher. You know what? I will.
You can.
I actually just got the first Witcher book on audiobook.
Ooh.
Nice.
So I'm very excited to listen to all 10 hours of it.
Anyway.
So long.
Anyway.
Who are you?
I'm Justice. I play the Hunter Conclave Ranger Erimnos. I'm a human. There's not a lot special about me other than the fact that I'm a sharpshooter.
Yeah.
The sharpest.
And who are you?
Who am I? I'm Anthea. I'm a sorcerer, demigod of Ziana.
What's your
But
name?
my name, Sarah.
What's up, Sarah?
What's
Hi, Sarah.
up, everybody?
you doing today?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like
You.
flying. I just want to always be flying. That's it.
chaos intros are already starting.
Oh, absolutely. How do you guys like your stickers?
Beautiful.
Lovely
I'm kind of stuck on how
stickers.
cute they are.
Hey,
We have-
definitely putting that nice Gravestone production sticker on my iPad I use
Thank
for
you for picking up
recording.
on what I'm trying to do. But yes, we have. I just gave them a couple stickers for the Gravestone Productions sticker, and then also our other show, the Kestrel Files, a little sticker for that. So we will also have more stickers on our Buy Me a Coffee if you guys want to pop over there and check out some cool stickers.
They're very fun.
It is legitimately
they're-
cool.
They're
I'm
really
actually
good
putting it on my
quality though
iPad.
too.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, I
pretty
like
high
it a
quality.
lot. It looks very nice in my water bottle.
So that's
The
I
Kestrel
got.
Files one is killer, dude.
Thanks.
It's really
Yeah, I've
Y'all
got
should go
them-
check it out at the
They're
Buy Me a
there.
Coffee.
I've added them to my collection of stickers on my laptop, next to my National Park Geek and Omega Mart,
And NCDM.
and your bees.
Mead.
and my mead sticker. Save
Your
bees drinking mead,
Matt
folks.
Koval DM sticker.
Dave Bees Drink Mead.
Yep.
Like we'll do in the epilogue episode.
Yeah.
Except it's champagne and
With
mead.
champagne.
I should have
I think there
brought
is
mead.
mead.
I want some mead.
Don't we still have
guys.
some mead left?
I definitely drank that.
Ah.
Yeah, the mead doesn't last long around here.
I have a bottle of mead left. I should have
miss
brought it.
Mead.
Oh, I
have
drank
one
mine.
left.
I missed mead too.
Mead too.
Mead.
Damn it, it was right there. How did we?
Okay.
Anyway.
When last we left our intrepid adventurers,
There was a dude.
you came across a man in the middle of the path. Looked like he was waiting for you. He rests his hands on his hips and is dressed in an emerald tunic. His eyes sparkle underneath curly, boyish hair. He smiles and bows in an exaggerated fashion. The exalted smile upon you, friends. I am Epikast, and I have heard you have had a rather interesting journey. I hope you are well.
Salted smile on. Okay, sure.
How
What's
have
up? What do you want?
You do not know of me, but I have heard of you. Not too long ago, I was at the Wildwood Spring and heard your tale from Kafissa.
Oh.
I put two and two together, and some very strange occurrences seemed to suddenly make sense to me. I tried to catch up to you, but the caverns beneath the Pelennai collapsed, apparently.
It was a big
I-
accident. No one could have
We were
predicted
not
it.
involved.
Deception check.
Net 20.
He goes, well, I'm glad you made it through before it collapsed.
Yeah, did you
Meanwhile,
know
I'm
there was like
crying
a
over a friend.
guide that helped people get through there?
I did not. I have not crossed that way before. But I figured the best way to run into you was to meet you here when you came back across. And he shrugs nonchalantly. So, here I am.
Luvius, you wanted to talk in here? You wanted
He's
to
a
talk
little
in here?
enraged still.
Yeah, he's still our best talker.
So, not to be rude, but like, what do you want?
Straightforward and to the point. I love it. I have a companion, the lovely Lady Katina. As soon as she heard of you, she said to me, "Those are the ones I wish to see." Epikast motions with a hand, and 6 hoplites step out from behind trees. Their armor is painted a dark green. He says, "Do not be alarmed. Do not be alarmed. They are here to help grant safe passage to Lady Katina. She has a proposition for you, and I think you will find it quite profitable to hear her out." Epikast glances around nervously as a shadow passes over the ground, and he goes, "Come, it is not safe to dally here any longer." And he motions for you to follow further down the path.
Hold up. Listen, this is great and all, but like, generally speaking, I don't follow strangers into the woods. Like, I'll follow a lot of things, but strangers are not one of them. Why do we need protection before I go with you? Like, I don't know, guys. Like, it's a little bit shady. You've been stalking us.
More than a little shady.
I've not been stalking you. I was waiting for you to. I figured since the only other way past from the Pelennai was over Dragon Teeth Crossing. So,
Can we perception on him?
Wait.
Can we see?
Yeah.
yeah, you guys can
Can we
roll
see how like truthful and like genuine he's
perception.
trying to be?
Oh, so that would be insight.
Okay.
Um,
Sorry, I knew I didn't know what I
Kaisei,
needed.
Kaisea and Aramnos, you may also, or the others of you can either roll insight as well, or you can roll religion.
Whoa.
Insight or
dirty,
perception?
Dirty
Insight.
20 insight.
Insight.
Also dirty 20 on religion.
Okay.
Natural one.
Those of you with
18.
yes, so those of you rolling insight know that he seems to be very straightforward. He there's nothing that seems misleading or anything about him. He seems to be very genuine.
Okay, I go with him.
Those of you who roll religion, Aramnos,
Thank you.
would recognize the colors of the armor and garb of the hoplites. It's a green that is associated with Ziana.
So I go with him.
So
Yeah.
there's no obvious symbolism that like, oh, this is the insignia of Ziana. They don't have any insignia, but it's
Well, I
that
would know
same.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the same color as like your cloak.
That makes me more comfy.
After a couple hours, towards the end of dusk, Epikast brings you to your destination. A clearing in the southern fringe of the Apennine Woods reveals a camp full of life and happiness. The humans, satyrs, harpies, and centaurs here are dressed in the colors of the woods, greens and browns of varying shades of brightness. Dashes of orange and red can be glimpsed as some of the creatures have dressed for fall specifically. The trees here have formed a twisting wall of roots in a crescent around the clearing. Several tents have been pitched against the natural fortification, their entrances pointed towards a large central fire pit. A long, low wooden table with benches has been erected next to the fire pit, long enough to seat some 20 people. It is set with breads, cheeses, fruits, dried meats, and bottles of wine. The creatures around here sit around the fire and play games at the table. And as you approach, Epikast turns to you and says, "Here we are. Eat and drink, friends. I shall see if Lady Katina is ready to meet with you." What do you do?
Eat and drink and wait for Lady Katina to come meet with us.
Yeah. Meals.
What kind of food they got?
I don't even care. It's all on my
breads,
plate
cheeses,
already.
fruits, dried meats, and bottles of wine.
So I'm drunk.
Oh gosh.
Is that? Anthea starts drinking immediately.
Maybe take it a little easier. We have places to go today still.
I will
It's
be
dusk, so
grand
Unless you want to keep
at
traveling at
everything I
night.
do tonight.
Ooh, is my centaur
right.
friend here? Can I look around to see if I can find my centaur friend that I made in the inn?
You do not see him. No,
Aw.
he. You know that he was traveling further than this.
Sad.
I just want answers about our cave buddy.
I think he's dead.
I think he was a ghost the whole time, guys.
Well, that's what I think you. Yeah.
If our mystical messenger of Ziana or whatever this guy is didn't know, he was a ghost.
The ghost.
Oh, go.
Yeah. So yeah, the cheese and the meats and everything are all very well, very good, tasty. About 15, 20 minutes later, Epikast returns from wherever he disappeared to, and says, "Lady Katina is ready to see you now. She is this way if you will follow me once again." And he starts to move towards a smaller tent off to the side. Lady Katina's tent is green with the symbol of a stag and silver thread on the side. A row of drying pelts hangs on a line between a tent pole and a stake. The tent flap is held open, allowing you to see a fur-covered interior, with low wooden stools and a low wooden table, all of which appear carved by a skilled craftsman. An older Gorgon lady with black cobra snakes as hair and a dark grayish-blue skin sits in the tent, fletching arrows. She looks up as you enter the tent at Epikast's direction. "Good day, young folk," she says. She nods to herself as she eyes you up and down. "You'll do, or I miss my mark. Please, be seated." And she motions to some of the stools around the table.
All right.
Okay, sit down.
Yeah, sit down.
"It is not as fancy as the homes of townfolk, but they are comfortable and keep you off the damp. It's a hard enough world out there already without needing to make it any harder." She stops fletching her arrows and pulls out a long white pipe. She lights it up, inspects it carefully, takes a puff, and then offers it to all of you. "You've eaten?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I take it and take
Oh, yeah.
a big puff.
Definitely taking a puff of
A
that.
big puff.
I don't know how people.
That's
smoke.
not how you do that.
No, you're supposed. No. Okay. Okay.
Take some tokes. "You've been across the Pelennai, I assume to the Oracle. Yes?
Yeah.
What was your business there?"
Well, the harvest hasn't been growing. The land, it's dying, and so we went to the Oracle to find out what's going on.
Divine with Ilfin, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I heard the road is dangerous, though. They say the tunnel beneath the Pelennai collapsed.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Right after we went through, luckily, we managed to not have to deal with that at all.
It seems luck was on your side then. Yes. You had to pass through Noragwar territory, no?
Oh, those guys.
How did you fare?
Well, we killed a lot of them.
Yeah, we're here.
They were
so-
like kidnapping villagers.
How many?
Um,
Uruguay kidnapped villagers? The beasts?
yeah. There were 2 girls, right?
Which was the Norgor.
Is that what they were called?
No, the Nuragwars were the ones that shifted.
No, yeah, no, it was the big boar creatures. I can't remember what they were called.
The boar creatures that I forgot to write down.
Capitar.
They
The capybaras.
the capi yeah the capi
Yeah.
the capi
Yeah.
the
They kidnapped
capibormen
people.
were
Oh, that's what they were called.
they did
I knew it had a tar.
they did capture people, and
The Nuragwars were the ones that fought us on the bridge.
Those were
Yeah,
2 of them. There's 2 or 3 of them.
there's 2 of them.
Two
we dealt with it.
Uruguayans.
That's what those 2 cat things were called?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know that understanding animal names in your native language can be hard sometimes.
You all speak the same native language.
I know, I'm being sarcastic.
What? I'd never heard of them.
Hmm.
I mean, I didn't write it down.
What
so
was
I'm
the
just giving
business
you a
with
hard time.
the? What was the business with the Capitars?
They took children, 2 girls.
They took 2
Mm.
girls.
Had
They
the
were raiding
yeah.
villages, trying to cut down a dryad's tree.
they had a thing of gold. They
They
had
tried to do what now?
They cut down a dryad's tree as well. That was a
Yeah.
different group, but
How did they fare? How
Oh,
did
they're
the-
super dead.
oh
dead.
really dead.
They're
And the
dead
dryad.
or
That-
ran
the
away.
dryad-
Oh,
It's
they
fine.
were all right.
What was their name?
Dryad's name was
Dane.
Danis.
Danish. I'll have to check up on them. Okay.
You
That's
know.
Yes, I do.
The nasties that were harassing him are super dead. That was the origin of Foe Slayer, was killing those guys.
Yeah, they were really sweet.
I'm assuming you're talking about Danish.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No, the ones we killed. They were
Yeah.
really sweet.
Well,
We ate bones.
We Oh, did you eat their bones?
No.
Okay. Did your snakes eat their bones? I don't know how Gorgons work.
for reference there. Jessica just took a drink while maintaining eye contact with Jessica. Visual gag. Lady Katina takes a long pull on her pipe and exhales slowly as she looks at you with an analyzing eye. Finally, she taps out some of the ash into a bowl on the table and speaks. You are from Thirma. If not born there, you are performing a favor for Adrestus. It does not matter. I was through Thirma not long ago, and I saw the shape it was in. You have solved that issue for the next season, but not the current harvest. Ilfin will like that. Adrestus should have prayed to her sooner, but no matter. I can do her one better. It is also known to me that Thirma once had a run-in with this Modor. However, I know where Modor lives, and it is he who cursed the ground of Thirma. After his encounter with Adrestus, I comforted them in their cave and tended to their wounds. A wounded creature shouldn't have to suffer in these woods, and in his delirious, pain-filled state, I heard him curse the land of Thirma. I wish I hadn't given him aid, as after I left, he followed me and stole my most beloved companion, a winged stag. I gave chase to recover the Paraton, but he laid traps against me and my kind. I could not recover my companion myself, and then I heard of a group who was championing Thirma, and I thought to myself, surely they could be of some aid to me. So, this is my proposal. In exchange for your rescue of my Paraton from the lair of Modor, I shall provide Thirma with enough food to survive until the next harvest. I think this arrangement would benefit us both. No?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You need a pair of what?
It's
a
the winged
Paraton.
stag.
The winged stag.
Okay. Oh,
Alive.
Paraton.
Paraton, not a. Okay.
P-E-R-Y-T-O-N.
Okay. Gotcha. I thought you wanted 2 of something.
Yeah, all right.
Sorry, 2 of something. Periton.
Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be fine for everyone. I'd certainly willing to do that. Do you know how he's controlling these creatures, or if he is
Modor trains them.
trains them?
Yes. He is a keeper of pets.
Right.
Even if we off him, his pets will keep causing havoc.
Potentially, they might be no master
No.
and might look for a new one or simply return to their state.
All right. I mean, yeah, we're heading there anyway. We trying to solve this curse. It's light. So that is our goal.
I mean, if it means that no one else has to go hungry, yeah, of course. But when you say he laid traps against your kind, do you mean like because you're a follower of Ziana, or like our kind specifically?
She's gonna kind of like gesture at her hair.
Should I be worried?
She says, against followers of Zion.
Okay.
But you may roll
Oof.
insight.
I want to know more about that.
It's a 16.
She is not fully forthcoming.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to insinuate anything else. You're
It is quite all right.
sorry.
It is a fair and reasonable question. Do you have any others?
Is there any sort of aid, any sort of knowledge you can give us that would help us track this Modor down?
I can have Inokos take you directly to his lair.
All right.
Oh.
That's certainly helpful.
How trustworthy is lady we're speaking
I'm
to?
getting
Would you
suspicious
like to
again.
roll insight?
Yeah.
I would, but I got bad
I'm going to
insight.
give you a token to give you advantage on that.
Hey.
What's my forehead say?
Fe.
Bah.
Iron.
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 Oh. Do I get anything for 13?
Did you roll that with advantage? Roll 2, take the higher.
15.
Nothing new.
Just that she's not being completely forthcoming.
+6 in insight, and I rolled an 8.
Oh.
You only have a 1.
Subaru, what you thinking right now?
I mean, I think our goal is to take this thing out, regardless of who is or isn't helping us.
Well, I mean, we have to.
So,
Can I ask her if she has like any healing things, items that she could give us to help us on the rest of our journey?
Can supply you with healing nectars.
Oh,
Would
beautiful.
be greatly appreciated.
Of course.
That's all I want to add to sweeten that deal. I'm otherwise thankful for this bottle of wine that I have taken from where we were prior.
I have plenty. You may take as many you wish.
What environment destination is in? Do we know like what environment this destination is? Like, are we talking about deep in the forest, high in the
He
mountains?
lives in a cave, of course.
Oh, lovely.
a cave.
We have a great track record with caves.
great.
By chance, could I restock my arrows with y'all?
Of course.
Beautiful.
Of course.
How many do I restock, Mr.
You may
DM?
restock back to full.
Back to full.
And what
Yes.
potions do we get?
This is little conclave of Ziana.
Mm.
Beautiful. Oh, if it's a conclave of Ziana, do y'all happen to have the tools I might be able to use to turn this hide into something more useful?
It's just been dragging on the ground.
It's a
I'm-
multi-day thing.
Damn.
Yeah. So for the scope of this adventure, I don't think that will be
Cries.
applicable. I'm sorry.
Rise. Okay, that's fine.
I don't think we're going to deal with more cold creatures from here on
I
out.
want to, though. That's okay.
I
I have
understand.
my arrows. I'm happy. I restocked to 20, yes?
Whatever your quiver holds, max. Yes.
What potions do we get?
You may each get a healing nectar.
Woo! Because I took a bottle of wine. If I drink the whole thing while in gameplay, do I get anything special?
You gained the drunk condition.
Oh, damn. Damn.
As long as we're spending the night here. Are we spending the night here?
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It's safe. There's food. More wine.
I'm not taking her into the woods right now, so yeah, we're staying here.
Aramnos does not often do this, but I definitely want to find a temple to Ziana and dedicate Foeslayer as...
Ooh.
Yeah.
Does Zion have, like, temples?
Good question, Scott.
She has conclaves. She doesn't
Right.
necessarily. There's no structure that is
Right, that's what-
a temple to Ziana. In fact, if there is a temple, she prefers you tear them down. But there is like a little spot of worship in this conclave.
Definitely want to go
Like
there.
there's a tree that has sort of an altar of roots of sorts.
Let's kick ass.
That you can go there and dedicate the arrow.
I would love to do that.
While we're here, is there any thing that I would get out of like going and trying to talk to her as me asking for anything?
Trying to talk to Ziana.
Mm-hmm. Or help us with anything on this? Because I feel like we are prepared, but we also really don't know a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What
I
do
don't
you
know if,
what do you want to ask?
I just like general guidance with this, because I feel like I don't feel like I know a lot. Like, we know the basic stuff, but like it's all open-ended kind of. And if she had anything or knows, we haven't really spoken to her, like, or like not really communicated with her.
Let's just start with where are you going to try and talk to her?
Well, you said that there was. It's because we're in an area for Ziana.
Mhm.
You said that there's an area for her.
Yeah, there's a little
specific.
okay.
Yeah, I'm going there
Mm-hmm.
just to, like, because I don't talk to her a lot, so
Mhm.
it's kind of awkward. I'm like, I'm just speaking at this rock, like, hey, hope. Got to go into another cave, and we weren't prepared last time. 2 of our guys almost died, and we need a little bit of guidance here, a little help, anything that could lead us towards not imminent death immediately.
As you pray this, a flower blooms on the altar, and this particular flower, it's bluish purple in color. And what you notice what's different about this flower compared to the other species of this flower is that instead of its usual single stamen, it has 2, which you're looking at me confused. The stamen is the little like bits of the center of the flower that bees use to pollinate.
Mm-hmm.
So this species of flower normally only has 1, but this one has 2.
Oh,
That's interesting.
Fascinating.
What a sign.
Is there anything else you all like to do other than generally get rest? There's
Yeah. Hey, Kaisea, can I talk to you?
Yeah, sure. What's going on?
I kind of motion her away from the general crowd into just some, I don't know, more secluded area. I'm just like, I just want to say, sorry that I've been sort of in my head lately. I just didn't really know how to say this up in the mountain. Sometimes it just takes me some time to like get my thoughts together, but like I was just really mad at you. I don't mean that in a mean way. I just mean I almost died, and I feel like I've had to protect you several times from dying, from the land sharks, and then from this guy. I literally put myself between it and you run up in the middle of danger and put yourself in places where honestly you don't belong. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I'm not trying to be upset. I'm just saying you're not supposed to be getting hit. Like we need you alive.
Is this an apology or is this a lecture?
Yeah.
Listen,
Like-
Vesuvius, I don't know who you think you are, and I don't really care. You're my friend, and you don't get to just say orders and expect them to get followed. And look, I'm sorry. I never asked you to protect me. I protect you guys. I keep you alive.
I know you do.
And I do my best. And I'm sorry, I guess maybe I was just... Look, I'm not gonna leave you just alone to fight, and I'm sorry if that
I
came off
can
incorrectly.
fight by myself.
But you don't
I'm
have
used to it. I do. You know why? Because if I'm not the one up there taking the hits and fighting, other people go down. If Aramnos was next to that dude, if he was standing right there, he'd be scrounging to me. You saw what happened to Anthea when he had 6 seconds with her. He almost ground her into dust. If I'm not the one standing right in front of the way, protecting you guys, then you guys die. I need you not to be in the front lines. Okay? I don't want to lose you or anyone else around here. I am the one who can take the hits. I'm the one who can literally suck life out of people so that other people that I care about don't die.
And if you don't care about your own life enough, you will die, and then you can't protect anyone.
I know how to protect my own life.
You went running in without waiting for a second last fight. You want to talk about reckless?
Okay. Well, another reason I wanted to talk is I recognize that, and I was also just kind of mad at myself because I know that wasn't the smartest play. But honestly, I couldn't sit back and go into defense mode when someone else is getting torn up. If I beef it, my dad's gonna be mad at me, but I'll just go back to the same place I've lived my entire life and have do the same basic thing. That's not the case for you guys. This life up here is pretty cool, and I like that, and I want you guys to experience all that because honestly, it's a lot of the same down in Nishval. It's just the same thing day after day. There's no sky or clouds or birds or trees. And really not even that many parties. I can take it. I don't want you guys jumping into the line of fire when that's kind of my whole thing.
Are we all in the same room?
No.
I was gonna say, we're not hearing this, right? It was like they're outside,
If
right?
you want to make a stealth check and just show up in a nearby bush.
Just drunk in a bush.
That's true. I'm a little thirsty. I was looking for
I'm
more
gonna-
wine.
No, you're doing your own scene. Yeah.
I'm gonna reach out and like put a hand on him, like, I'm
Sorry, I bit your head off. But no, listen for once.
Okay.
Just listen.
Mhm.
You know, I know you work a lot for your dad, but like I guess you also you deserve a chance to see the birds, sky, trees, and I bet you've not even tried like strawberry shortcake yet. Have you tried strawberry shortcake?
No, is it just like a really small cake?
It's like a really sweet cake with like strawberries and sugar and honey. But it's not the point. Look, listen. Sorry, I was reckless. I was a little mad at myself too. They called me a warrior and a protector, and I didn't know how to do that.
Can I say it?
But
Sorry, you can finish.
no, Look, I need you to be careful with yourself too, because I can't help you see all these things if you don't take care of yourself too. And look, if it means you all get to see another sunrise, it's okay. That's what I do. I take care of people. I do take care of you guys. And like maybe it's nice having friends. Like we're friends. Mostly, I hope.
I put a hand back on her shoulder and I say, we are friends.
That's nice.
Yeah. Good talk.
Yeah. How about we make a deal?
Okay.
I'll be more careful,
Mm-hmm.
but only if you do too. And no more yelling orders when it doesn't matter. We're a team, right?
Yeah. I'll just. Yeah, I'll let you do what you do best, and let me do what I do best, and we'll.
You trust us,
I think we'll survive.
and we'll trust you. How about that? It's like,
Yeah.
you're not alone, right? Remember that next time? Because if you're gone, that would make us kind of sad too.
Yeah.
Think about that. I'm gonna squeeze his shoulder and walk away.
Okay.
I do have one more thing I want to do.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
That was
You're
great.
fine. You're fine. What's up?
After that
What's shaking?
whole
baby?
confrontation, the bacon is in fact shaking.
Mhm.
I want to go find like a quiet, like the quietest corner I can find on the edge of this like party, I guess.
Mhm.
Not to the altar of Ziana though, like to just a quiet place on the edge of camp. And I want to take out my leaf scroll case. I'm going to look at it.
Mhm.
I'm going to leave a leaf. I'm going to open it, look at the leaf, pull it out, look at the leaf, put it back in. And then just kind of look up at the sky for a bit and kind of say like, I know she's hiding something from us. I don't know what it is. I don't think she was being honest. And I don't know. I guess I could say, like, I'm a little worried about if I'll be able to keep everyone safe tomorrow or the day after, or. Look, I guess what I'm thinking is that, if I don't make it through this, then maybe you could send someone else to take care of everyone, and not just the kids, but like, my friends. I don't know what I'm thinking about this. I have a bad feeling, Delphine. And I don't know. Everyone's going to eat. Everyone's going to live. So no matter what happens, like, thank you. But, just in case, I just wanted to ask you to protect them, even if I can't. It's stupid. I just have a weird feeling, and something doesn't feel right about this, and I just hope you help me protect them. And if I can't protect them, then just send someone who will. And yes, I'm talking circles. Please keep us safe.
As you say this, a little baby fox pads over to you and curls up against your leg.
Oh, hey, little fella. I'm gonna pet the fox.
Baby fox.
It enjoys it for a little bit and then just knocks out. Just passes out. Snoozing.
Dies.
Baby, baby. No, Nick.
I'm gonna pick up the fox. Very carefully go find like a quiet spot to sleep on the edge of camp.
As
cuddle
you,
the fox.
Epikast goes, we have tents.
No, it's
Good
okay. I like it out here. I'm used to sleeping outside.
Okay. Cool. Okay, is there anything anyone else wants to do, or are we good to take a long rest?
The only thing I had was the player dedication.
Mm-hmm.
Got a long rest IRL.
Rest, long rest. Nap time.
All
Yeah.
that character development makes me high.
This is Justice who didn't do anything.
No, he dedicated his arrow. He and
That's
Ziana had
true.
a moment.
That was cool. That was
That
cool.
was super freaking cool.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. I feel better. Vazusis feels better. Let's do this.
Still drunk.
Kaisea feels better. Sorry, Antheus.
In the morning, the sun comes up over the trees, but it's faded. It's through the canopy of the trees. It's all dappled and everything. But it's warm, like pleasantly so. There is a bunch of fresh fruits and veggies and cheeses out and all that sort of stuff along the table, and you guys are able to get up, get some food in you. And Epikast says, "So let's say the word when you are ready to set out, and I will guide you to the lair of Modor."
But can we like package up some of this stuff to go?
Like a doggy bag?
Some
Like some
rations.
food for yeah, of course.
Yeah, I grabbed 2 things of wine
Oh my gosh.
and cheese.
And that's it.
And cheese. Just a few cheeses.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
A charcuterie.
Yeah.
Charcuterie to go.
As you get ready to go, Lady Katina will walk over to you guys, and she has in her hand a spear. And she
There's so many weapons I can't take anymore.
it's a hunting spear, and she hands it to Aramnos.
Ooh.
And she says, "This is it's a hunting spear that should help you. Ziona has blessed it. I hope it helps."
Sure it will.
And she hands you a +1 Titan Bane spear.
Ooh.
It's specifically a +1 Titan Bane hunting spear. So mechanically, +1, and then deals 2d8 radiant damage against Titankin. As a reaction, it allows the wielder to make an attack of opportunity against a charging creature. The honor of naming it, Lady Katina leaves to its new wielder.
Ooh.
Are you
Let me-
proficient with spears?
I'm proficient with simple and martial weapons. So yes. Let me write all that down. Hold on.
While he writes it down, Kaise would like to lean in and look at Lady
Lady Katina.
Katina, not Katrina. Lady Katina just be like, "Oh, I think your scales are really pretty.
Oh.
What do you do to keep them that shiny?"
Natural. They simply, I let my snakes take care of themselves.
Hmm.
They also just shed it. So,
Oh, I should have guessed that.
yes.
Lovely.
Thank you. Thank you. Yours are very beautiful as well.
They all kind of wiggle.
And with that, you set off. The road Epikast takes is winding and barely traveled. Weeds threaten to cover the majority of the path, and occasionally you spot the impressions of huge feet. The road winds slowly west and uphill a little bit, until Epikast stops as the trees thin at the top of the hill. He turns back and motions ahead of him. "You are almost there. Just around this bend is the big man. I will wait here for you. You want me to hold anything for you while you head inside, your travel packs or whatever? I'll be here."
Yeah, I guess I'll give him.
It's kind of just like if you just want to leave it like you're traveling backpack with him,
Yeah.
like he's standing here, and like he seems very genuine with all this
Okay.
too.
I'll put it down and be like, "Okay, so like the offering for Athena's in here. Just really care about this one."
Okay, yeah, I will stay put. I'll protect it with my life.
Good.
Following the path around the side of the hill reveals that the hill has been cleft in twain.
Nice.
The path sharply
did it. We said it.
The path sharply cuts to the left and burrows straight and down into the base of the hill. The 15 feet wide path travels all the way up to the hill's peak before it dives underneath into a tunnel underground. In the middle of the path before it turns into a tunnel is a few days old carcass of some sort of bird.
Nature check.
Like a
Think of
big
a bird.
burb or a little burb?
A large bird. Yeah.
Nature check.
Sure.
Natural 20. It's my third nat 20 on a nature check today.
That's crazy.
This is it's essentially a rock.
I got a rock.
But it has been it's been dead for a while. It's clearly been used as some sort of food source.
oh,
rock?
so a rock. That's a big
That's
bird.
like a airplane-sized bird,
That's like a
right?
huge bird, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh,
Chonker.
that's
It's
a
a
lot bigger than I
Size
expected.
category large.
That's one of my favorite monsters.
I'd say-
Sucker's huge.
I think they're so cool.
Can I tell from the claw or bite marks what might have eaten it?
It's a little hard to tell. Looks like there's several things that have eaten off of this.
Okay.
Hard to tell. Probably the ogre and his creatures. Probably.
Probably,
Yeah.
based on the fact that they gave us a Titan Bane spear, I'm gonna guess we're dealing with something titanic.
I mean, we know it's like a cyclops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a
He's
titan.
a big
Titan
boy.
kid.
So you know Modor is a cyclops.
Yeah. Is he blinded?
No, he was
No.
briefly blinded during the story of whoever the kings escaped.
Yeah, and our sketchy
Um,
snake lady healed him.
However, he is not blind currently. Unless we reblind him.
Oh. Cast blindness.
Hold on.
Justice, you think of what I'm thinking?
I'm thinking what you're thinking.
You're gonna put a third mark on that
I'm gonna put a third mark on that foe slayer, baby.
the biggest eye yet.
Okay, moving on.
Once past the bird carcass, you follow the tunnel down underneath the earth as it travels in a straight line for about 50 feet, turns right for about 40 feet to a small circular chamber. In the flickering of your torchlight, you can spy a small black stone pillar in the center of the room. The pillar is roughly hewn, and cracks of orange energy seem to shift and swirl about the stone.
Anybody know what kind of rock that is?
You may roll nature checks. Everybody but Aranos actually will need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Because of a rock?
Yes. What was the nature and Arcana checks?
20.
20?
16.
1.
Okay.
Oof.
This is a pillar of a shard of stone known as Ishvanite, which is a rock native to Nishval. It has a weird effect on those with close ties to Asteria. So actually, Zeriat is exempt from this. Or not Zeriat. Vesuvius is exempt from this. So just Kaisea and
I was gonna say, is this gonna be my
and
kryptonite?
Thea.
This is my homeworld rock.
Nah, my spiritual
you
thing is
what?
literally Asteria touched.
Yes. So those with there's this weird energy kind of pulsates off it. What was your saving throw?
It's gonna be a 10.
A 10.
Nice.
You're okay.
Boys.
Kaisea, you're a little nauseated by this. So for the first 2 rounds of your next combat, you're going to be affected by Bane.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Of combat, you say?
And you were able to surmise, based off of your nature check, that this is probably what Lady Katina meant was keeping her from retrieving the Periton. And that
How come it doesn't affect him?
full-blooded Asterian creatures would be probably so incapacitated by the effects of this rock that they probably couldn't pass this chamber. You would know with that check as well that Zeriat is probably immune to the effects of Ishvanite because of his constant exposure to it being in Nishval all the time. He's probably just gotten inoculated to it.
It looks a little bit gray.
Yeah,
No.
a little pale.
Yeah. Can someone remind me exactly what the effects of Bane are so I can make sure that I
It's
correctly
the
have
opposite of bless.
them? Okay.
I think
Yep.
it's
So
minus.
it's gonna-
It's a minus a D4.
Yeah.
Yeah, subtract the number rolled from the attack or saving throw.
Or saving throw, okay. The path continues from the room with the strange stone and winds left and then back right, and here it opens up into a huge chamber. Sunlight filters through the hole in the ceiling ringed with more of that black stone. It's like there's like a skylight in the ceiling
Mm-hmm.
that's ringed with more shards of this stone.
Yeah.
Against the far back wall are large constructed pens. One of them holds a large resplendent winged stag, the Periton.
Oh.
Yeah.
Another holds several sheep. The others are empty. And off to the left is a large pile of straw shaped together like a bed. In the center, underneath the skylight, is a large fire pit. Embers burn slowly, smoking just a little bit. And as you take it all in, you hear a scraping of stone on stone. As you turn around, you see a large boulder rolling in front of the entrance to the chamber. The boulder is pushed by a large humanoid figure, some 18 feet tall with a large hazel eye in its forehead. As it turns around to you with a sick grin on its face, you see it is missing an ear and carries a large cannonbow.
Oh, no.
Well, well, well. Looks like dinner came early today. This is Modor. Roll for initiative. We'll see you next week.
Another big rock in front of a cave entrance.
Fucking rocks, man.
I don't like it.
They're being mean to us.
Feckin'
They're
caves.
great doors for giants.
I guess so.
They are.
Thank you for listening. Our cast this season consists of Scott Graves as our game master, Sarah Heaton as the sorcerer and Thea, Nick Meyer as the Illrigger Vesuvius, Justice Milhan as the ranger Aramnos, and Jessica Simons as the cleric Kaisea. The Epikast is produced and edited by Scott and Nick, and our intro outer music is recorded and produced by the wonderful Wilson Moyer. You can find the amazing background audio used during the game at tabletopaudio.com. If you like the show and want to support us, spread the word to your friends and on social media at Gravestone Crew on Twitter and Instagram. If you really like what you hear and want to support the show, you can support us with drinks at buymeacoffee.com/gravestonecrew. We got a donation button over there, as well as memberships, which will grant you special end-of-season bonuses like stickers and GM notes. Once again, thank you for listening, and be sure to check out our other shows, The Kestrel Files and The Shadows Over California. You can find more about those on our website, gravestoneproductions.com.